good to be back. We are the Critics Collective. I'm Legacy Lingo. We have Mayte in the building, and we got the old school king of movie lingo. You say, Chris King, what's going on? How you guys doing? Don't answer that question. I said I wasn't going to ask you. We're going to keep it moving because I already made that mistake in the past. My bad. Anyway, so this episode, we're actually talking about Sonic the Hedgehog 3, which is available in theaters. I unfortunately did not have the pleasure to see it, but of course, my wonderful colleagues did see it, and we are going to discuss it today. It's a pleasure to have Mayte back because she's been away for a while, and we always need Mayte in the building to keep the show strong. She watched stuff that I am not willing to watch, and she watches everything else too, so she's just perfect for the team. And Chris, if you guys remember back in the movie lingo days, the guy behind the camera, Chris, was the one making us look good with the magic, the lighting, and everything. He did jump in on a couple of reviews, and we're trying to get him back. We're trying to get him back. So everybody in the comments, tell Chris, join the collective. All right. So anyway, we are gonna talk about Sonic the Hedgehog 3, but before we get into it, I want to let everybody know that if you guys enjoy the content that we've been giving you, please hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, hit the alert button, join the collective community. Every interaction helps this page grow. Okay. Now, back to Sonic the Hedgehog 3. The synopsis reads on IMDb, Sonic, Knuckles, and Tails reunite against a powerful new adversary, Shadow, a mysterious villain with powers unlike anything they have faced before. With their abilities outmatched, Team Sonic must seek out an unlikely alliance. All right, so I think that sounds pretty fair. I didn't see it, but based on the trailers and things I've seen and knowing the storyline from the video games, I think that's a pretty accurate depiction. And I say that, Chris, so you know, IMDb has been a shot in the dark. Sometimes those descriptions, I'm like, who wrote this? This has nothing to do with the actual movie. But so I read it blind every episode, and I got lucky this time. All right. So in traditional fashion, I'm going to start with you guys' initial impressions. Mayte, tell me, how did you feel? What was your initial impression when you found out this movie was coming up?
So my initial impression, I didn't really watch the first two in its entirety. I saw little clips, so I really wasn't I wasn't too enticed, but seeing Shadow enticed me, and I'm like, okay, I had to watch this. So
okay. How about you, Chris? What was your initial impression?
I was excited. I watched the first two, and the first two was actually really good, so I was looking forward to the third one.
Okay, so I was excited about it. Now, let me ask you, Mayte, did you actually play the video game at any point? Because there's been so many reiterations and so many versions. Have you played Sonic at any point in your life?
yeah, I played some of the video games, not all of them, but some of them.
Okay, you got a favorite? Nope.
Not too much.
How about you, Chris?
That's a hard question to ask.
Well, yeah, that is a hard one, especially with all the different versions that are out there. You know, a lot of people trying to sell me on Sonic Racing. I never gave it a shot because I'm such a Mario Kart fan, but I think I might have to dip into it. You ever given it a shot either?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm just like, I don't know if anything can really top Mario Kart. But anyway, that's a whole nother show, whole nother channel, which hopefully will be resurfacing soon, led by Chris. All right, so Mayte, I'm gonna start with you. Go ahead and tell me your highs and lows. How'd you feel about this movie?
My highs, I liked I liked the movie. It was good. So there was more highs than lows. I feel like with lows, let's start there. So I feel like I wanted a little bit more action. I feel like that would just be it. But it was still like, a kid's movie. So at the end of the day, you're gonna get somewhat, not too much, but more playful action. But I think the animations were really good. The soundtrack was good. I liked it. It was very enjoyable. So more highs and lows.
You thought it was too kid friendly? You wanted it to be a little bit more on the okay.
I thought it was very funny. Jim Carrey was very funny.
Okay.
He played that role or roles very well.
Yeah, I did see him playing more than one roller. Yeah, I actually heard that Jim Carrey was a really strong cast. He was perfect for the part. I actually did hear that because unfortunately I haven't watched any of the Sonic, but I heard Jim Carrey really brought that character to life, and he was basically a strong addition to the movie itself. How about you, Chris? Highs and lows. How you feel about it?
I feel good about it. There's a lot of highs, not too many lows.
Okay.
If I was gonna go to low, probably the plot points, certain plot points, bothered me a little bit. Not though, very enjoyable movie. Wish there was more action when it comes to Shadow. But outside of that, though, very enjoyable.
So I'm hearing the trend here about the wanting the more action with this one, especially with Shadow being involved. So the action kind of fell short. All right. I mean, that seems fair. Let me ask you this now. Is this something that you will watch again? And I'm gonna start with you, Chris. Is this something you will watch again, or are you just looking forward to what's coming next?
I would watch it again to try to catch all the Easter eggs I probably missed during the movie. Because it's a lot. Some of them I was catching off of, others I was like, where is this from? Yeah, okay, I got it.
So it definitely got some rewatchability if you want to know.
Yes.
Okay, how about you, Mayte? Is this something that you could watch again, or you just wait and see what's next?
So I agree with Chris. I would watch it again to catch like a little Easter eggs, but I do want to see what's next.
All
So
right,
it's
I
like
got
a
you.
mixture of both.
Little mixture of both. Well, then, I guess there's nothing to it but to go ahead and rate it. Now, Chris, I know you're new to this, so I'm going to go ahead and explain to you the ratings while I let everybody else know. If you guys have made it this far, make sure, again, you hit that subscribe button and join our collective community and go in the comments and let us know if you have seen this movie, what your rating is. We do give out accolades from 0 to 5, like trophies, and I'll go ahead and present that now. This is the Critics Collective accolade, and 5 accolades being excellent is a must-watch, highly recommended for all viewers. 4 accolades, good, worth watching, but has notable flaws. 3 accolades is average, some enjoyable moments, but lack significant impact. 2 accolades, below average, some redeeming qualities, but generally disappointing. 1 accolade is poor quality, not recommended, and 0 accolades is horrible, absolute trash like Venom: The Last Dance, which I will continue to say until we get another 0. Well, I actually said I'm gonna stop at the beginning of the year, so we'll see. I'll try anyway. All right, Chris, I'm gonna start with you. How many accolades are you giving this movie?
I'm going to give it 4.
You're gonna give it 4. That's good, worth watching, but has some notable flaws. That sounds fair. That sounds about accurate with your review.
There's definitely some notable flaws in it, but it's a very good movie. Like for a video game franchise movie, it is one of the better ones, arguably one of the better ones.
One of the better ones, transition from video game to the big screen and holding the accuracy.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I mean, that's a big compliment to give it, because you know how when Hollywood grabs stuff. I mean, as you can see, they had to change the look of Sonic on the first movie because everybody was really pissed how far apart his eyes were. They were like, "What is this? What is this?" So, Mayte, how many accolades you giving it?
I agree, 4.
You gonna give it 4? All right, strong 4. You guys making me feel like I need to go watch this movie. You know, all right. Well, if you're like me and you haven't seen any of them, we actually are going to be dropping. They should, by the time you're watching this, it's already available. The Sonic from 2020 is now available. The Dad Panther Ron, he has reviewed it for us, and he also did part 2, which will be dropping shortly after that one. And then you can watch this one and decide if you want to go watch it. If you're like me, you're going to need all 3 of those reviews to make your decision. And if you're a fan of the game, you should just go watch it anyway, make your own opinion, and come back and let us know in the comments. All right. So I know I keep asking you guys, but if you like these videos and what we've done so far, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the alert button, hit the thumbs up, jump in the comments. Every little push, every little interaction helps this page grow. And this was a review of Sonic 3. I was fortunate enough to have Mayte back in the building. Welcome back. Fortunate enough to have Chris. We're looking forward to pulling him back in. I'm Legacy Lingo. We are the Critics Collective, and we will see you guys on the next one.